Wait, what? Not as Charlemagne, not as an under 5, not as an extra. In fact, if you even set foot on the set of Body and Soul again, you will be sent down an elevator shaft for real this time, and there will be no coming back from the dead. You got that, Hattie Adams?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for an all-new episode recap of today's Days of Our Lives, December 23rd, 2024. We're almost at Christmas, guys. So, well, Christmas came early for Leo, or so we think, because Rafe managed to do what the police couldn't do and, have Hattie Adams back in Salem, right? So Leo is surprised yet also happy that Rafe really fulfilled his obligations to him, right? So Leo gets a chance to question Hattie about her being possibly a lady whistleblower, taking away his gossip column, just creating mayhem since, she left the show, right? So she's saying that she did not do any of that. She's confused because she did not hack into no computer. She has no technological skills like that, and she does all of her writing on paper. So she is, baffled that, she's being accused of all of this, right? So even with the changing of the donuts, I guess it was donuts, cupcakes. Yes, she said that she didn't do anything as regards to that, right? So Rafe is trying to put her on citizen's arrest, and she's saying that, this is unfair, I don't believe that I should be arrested. So anyways, he said that, okay, well, talk to the police about your possible involvement in the, tainting of the cupcakes and all that, right? So Jada is at home. She's wrapping some gifts, last minute Christmas things. And Gabby comes out. So, they're just chatting it up, and she's asking Gabby, where's she going? She looks really good. So she said that she's going out on a date. So Jada asks her who is the person that she's going out on a date with. So at that time, a phone call came in. She answered the phone. It's from Sean. So Sean is telling Jada that, look, they tried to go to the whereabouts of Hattie and they could not find her. It looked like she escaped. So of course she's upset because, she has a feeling that, okay, Rafe is behind this, because remember, weeks earlier, she and Rafe really made a bet about who could find Hattie first. And, she's just upset that Rafe possibly got to it before her. So now that's messing up with her case. So she tells Gabby what's up, that they can't find Hattie. Hattie escaped, and she believes that Rafe is the one that found her first. So Gabby's confused because Gabby's saying that didn't Hattie do some stuff to obstruct Salem and all of that? Like, isn't this a good thing for everybody involved? So she said yes, it may be good, but I think Rafe doing this, it possibly mess up the case. So Gabby still doesn't understand that, but at some point JJ comes in, ready to take her out on a date. So she goes to get a coat. So this gives Jada and JJ the opportunity to talk. So Jada gets the opportunity to ask JJ, about his involvement in the force, because she heard a lot about him and that he used to be a police officer back in the day. So he said that he used to, but he's not sure if he's going to be staying in Salem that long. So she understands, but she's telling him that, she could really use all the experienced people on the force, because they're, they're really short staffed and all that, right? So Gabby comes out with the coat and they go, get ready for their date. So Jada wishes them well and that they have an awesome night together, right? So Rafe carries Hattie to the police station, and he said that, here's your gift. I'm sorry I couldn't wrap it up. So Hattie's there talking and the testing, and he's like, you just need to be quiet before I zip tie you. So she's like, if you try that, you're going to be singing a soprano and all of that. So Jada is still upset because, again, she's pouting like a 3-year-old, acting like, oh my gosh, Rafe got to it first. I wanted it to go first and all of that. So I'm saying that you should be glad that Hattie is being brought to justice. There's some, somewhat of, beginning of a closure on this case, right? So anyways, he leaves her to be questioned by Jada. That's when Jada brings Hattie into the interrogation room and Rafe leaves. So she asks Addie about the last day on the soap opera set, what happened. So she's like, how must I remember that day? Like, do you remember what you did on that day? So she's like, it's not about what I did on that day. It's about you. You're the one being questioned. So she's writing down some stuff on the notepad. And at this point, Belle comes in, right? And to stop any kind of questioning, right? I don't know, like Belle is just like, the Kim Kardashian of Salem at this point, being this hotshot attorney at law, because every case after case she is taking them on, and she is like the new shark in town. I don't know, but anyways, she's now representing Hattie as well, and of course Jada's surprised that she's representing her, so she steps out, right? So she's like, make it quick. So Hattie is happy that Belle is there to represent her. Let's see what happens with that. So Kristen is there on her phone, possibly being the one that's sending those text messages to Ava, and EJ startles her. So she's like, EJ, don't walk up behind me like that. And EJ is like, what's going on? Like, you were really into your phone when I came in. What are you up to now? You're always up to no good. What's going on? So she's like, no, I'm up to no, it's not that, I am doing anything mysterious. I'm on the mirror business. I could be doing that. So he doesn't buy it at all. So anyways, the conversation went to him just feeling upset about Belle coming in and representing Mark Green, the guy who, attempted to kill their brother. So, he's just upset about that she kind of messed up his case and really messing up his record to win a case, because he has not win a case since he became district attorney. That's really bad. So at this point, Kristen is jeering him and all of that. And, he said, I would really appreciate some empathy. So she's like, I'm sorry, I'm just, teasing you and all of that. So he asked Kristen if she could help him to bring down Belle, fire her from the mirror, and, just give her a warning to stay out of my cases. So she's like, what's in it for me? So it's like, come on now, like, if you do that, you can stick it to her brother for actually rejecting you another time. So she really is not buying it. She doesn't think that it's a win for her, and she has bigger fish to fry. So, at this point, Kristen is CEO. She got this job. You would think that she would be more invested in that, keeping it afloat, since she is really on thin ice with the board. And she's also has a daughter. Like, they need to write in a new love interest for her, so that, she can come off of this Brady thing, because it is tiring. It's been years and years of this, and this obsession, this delusion. It needs to stop. It's getting really pathetic now. So JJ and Gabby are out at the bar. They're having some drinks. They're just having a good time, just talking. So he tells Gabby that Jada asked him about getting back on the force, because Gabby also asked him, how long is he staying in Salem, because he's supposed to go back to South Africa at some point. So it's like he's not really sure, and he's not even sure about taking up this job position because of the whole PTSD thing from shooting Theo back in the day. And he said, like, Theo almost didn't make it, and I also didn't make it because, if you guys recall, JJ was at a low place because of that, and Gabby was the one who really saved him from unaliving himself on that Christmas Eve. So she said that she's glad that she was there to really help him, and that's when they got a little bit closer. So earlier, Belle was at home with Brady. She was asking him about how the date went. So he's telling her that it went really awful because of just some coincidences with the tickets being lost, and then when they tried to watch a show at Ava's place, the Wi-Fi went out. So it was just a lot of just misfortune. So she's saying, wow, something really happened to mess up you guys' date. And he said it's not even something, it's someone. So he's telling Belle that he thinks that Kristen has something to do with it. She really doesn't want him with anybody else, so she would do anything to mess that up. So Ava comes over there because Ava got another text message about how was the date, and just a mysterious number, right? She's texting back, and she's asking who is this, and they're not responding. So she comes over to tell Brady about it. They're looking over it. So she thinks that Kristen is up to no good with this. So Brady said, what, let me go over to them and give her a piece of my mind. So Brady goes over, guns are blazing, saying, listen, I don't know what kind of stunt you're trying to pull, sending those pathetic messages to Ava, asking about how the day went and all of that, right? So he's accusing her flat out about, just messing around with Ava and texting her those messages and trying to steal the tickets and all that, basically sabotaging their date night. So she's playing dumb, like, who, me? I didn't do anything about it. Like, how come you're accusing me? So it's like, I know it was you. And listen, don't try to push me any further, because all you're doing is pushing me away and getting me more disgusted at you than how I am right now. So you need to stay away from whoever I'm dating, whether it's Ava or somebody else. Like, stay out of it. Like, I already told you that we're not getting back together. Like, you need to just stop. So at this point, EJ is saying to him, like, in the same point, like, tell your sister to back off my cases. So Brady's like, or else what? So he said, you know what? I had enough of this house of horrors. I'm going to leave. You guys have a terrible night. And EJ just returned the favor as well. You too. So when Brady left, EJ asked Kristen, flat out, like, oh, so that's why you was, jumpy when I came in, when you were texting. Those pathetic messages Brady's talking about is you actually sending them to Ava. That's your bigger fish that you had to fry. So Kristen is saying, no, I told you that it's business. It's nothing like that. So it's like, come on now. Like, this is, it's right there. The proof is right there. I can see it. So Kristen just takes the phone and just walks away. At some point, EJ was going upstairs. He get a knock at the door and he goes down there and open it, but we don't see who is at the door. He's like, what the hell do you want? So I guess we'll find out tomorrow who that person is. I'm thinking it's Belle, but let's see. So Belle and Ava are back at the penthouse, and Belle is saying, what? A set of misfortunes. So she's saying, Kristen is not going to take no for an answer, and you got to be careful of her. She is obsessed and delusional. I mean, look what she did to my friend Chloe when she and Brady were in a relationship. She sabotaged it. So she's very dangerous. So Ava is saying, look, I am not afraid of her. I've, tangled with Kristen before, so I'm not really afraid of her. And she said, are you sure that it's not also because you don't want me dating your brother? I mean, I'm sorry for all those things I did to your family in the past. So Belle is saying it's not about that, because you weren't in your right mind back in the day. And I mean, it's not even you. It's just Kristen and her influence. And, she's very unstable. So you got to be careful. So Brady comes back over to the penthouse. At that point, Belle was over at the police station. So it was just Ava waiting. So he tells Ava about what happened at the Demare mansion. And he asks Kristen straight up if she had anything to do with the text messages. And she said no, she denied it. No surprise there. So he asked her if she got any more text messages. So she said, no more since you went over there. So he's like, maybe she couldn't have text because EJ was also there. So, he does, at this point, he doesn't know where it's going to go with Kristen. And Ava is saying, look, like, it is, maybe she didn't do it, right? Maybe, let's just think about it. Maybe she had nothing to do with it. So at this point, she get a text message saying, stay away from Brady. So I don't know if Kristen was the one that texted, because she did take her phone and go to another room. But I mean, it's just really pathetic. I'm just really sick and tired of the mind games, her trying to really sabotage any other relationship that Brady has. Like, it's just really toxic and it's pathetic. I'm really rooting for Brady and Ava. Despite her shortcomings, I think she's a good catch. She was good with Rafe at one point. I really liked her with what's his name, Harris. She has great chemistry with the men, Jake, Stefan, all of them. Like, she's a great catch. Regardless of her little shortcomings and her whininess at times, or pessimistic ways at times, I really like her. So I really think she and Brady could work. What do you guys think? So that is it, guys. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. Comment below your thoughts on today's episode. I will see you tomorrow.